Well, Ethan, back tonight for another beer review, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing the Crowening. I'm not exactly sure how to say that. Crowening from Anderby Brewing. Anderby. Anderby Brewing in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. This is a bourbon barrel aged salted caramel Imperial milk stout. That's a mouthful. 12.5% ABV and 10 IBUs. Very low bitterness. This Imperial Stout is aged for 18 months in ASW Fiddler bourbon barrels and infused with salted caramel, they say. The caramel enhances the bourbon notes from the barrels, which is accentuated by whispers of salt on the finish. So that's interesting. It's a 500 milliliter bottle, 16.9 ounces. So I got the single for $6 at the brewery. I went over the weekend. A lot of fun. They had 4 packs, but they were $18, so I decided to just get a single, for $6. Just one thing I can review and not have to commit to a whole 4 pack or 6 pack of expensive craft beer. But this one looked really good. It caught my eye, so I thought, hey, let's try this one. So yeah, 12 and a half Imperial Stout with caramel and bourbon barrel aged. That caught my eye right off the bat. I love that style, the Imperial Stouts, of any kind. Let's go ahead and get a pour on this. Make sure I get it on camera. Kind of a slow pour tonight. Usually I like to pour pretty aggressive, hard pour. No head at all. I'm guessing that's because the ABV is so high. Got a little glare. Sorry about that. Very dark brown appearance, like most stouts that I review. Almost black. Again, minimal head. Very hard to see through. Not very carbonated. Okay, I'm getting a little booziness on the note. It almost has a whiskey type note. I get that little bit of bourbon barrel aged note on the nose right off the bat. Little chocolate. It almost smells like like a high ABV ale, like a Scottish ale, like a backwoods bastard But I do get that sort of whiskey Scotch note on the nose. So this one is probably going to be on the boozy side. We shall see. Let's go ahead and try it. Actually, that's really good. It's not too boozy. You do get a little of that bourbon barrel aged, smoky kind of flavor, woody, almost like if you pour a little bourbon or whiskey into a stout. Not as much chocolate and sweetness with this one, which I kind of like. I've tried some stouts recently, Imperial Stouts, that are kind of sugary, just too sickeningly sweet. This one's kind of a little different, a little more dialed back, so to speak, on the sweetness, and is more get more of that bourbon barrel aged and boozy kind of flavor. Getting a little caramel maybe, but it's minimal. Not too caramel. Not too much chocolate, like I mentioned. Not too much coffee. Nothing like that. Again, the dominant flavor is kind of a whiskey barrel, kind of a take like a good bourbon, but doesn't have the alcohol bite of a bourbon. It's like if you just poured a little bourbon in like in a Guinness Extra Stout or something. That's kind of what this tastes like. It's really actually pretty good. It's kind of a nice change from what I've been drinking and reviewing. This is pretty good, different. Very different. But again, the booziness is not overwhelming. It's just enough to make it tasty and different. I'm glad that it's not too sweet. I'd give this a 95. It's pretty good. Um, and I'll get a lot of craft beer around here that I'm not too crazy about. You know, some of it kind of tastes slapped together, kind of tastes rushed, like they rushed it to the shelves just to say, "Oh, we have this, we have that." And I get it. You know, they're new. You know, and so it's kind of trial and error. You know, they make something and you know, some of it's good, some of it's not. This one was kind of a hit. This one's pretty good. I'd say keep this one. You know, Anderby Brewing. I like it. Not something I would drink a lot though. You know, high ABV, a lot of calories. I would probably drink something like this probably once every 2 weeks at most, or well, maybe once a week, maybe depending on the time of year. But winter, this is better for cold weather. I would say you wouldn't want to drink this at the beach. That would be disastrous, and it just doesn't fit. It fits cold weather. You know, chilly evening, have sipping a little stout. This is not something you want to guzzle. You want to enjoy it and take your time sipping. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, 95 out of 100 for the Crowening. I have no idea how to say that. So if anybody knows the correct pronunciation, please comment below. I'm probably butchering it, but I googled it and it was like some horror movie or something. So I don't know if they're referencing that. But Anderby Brewing, 12.5% Imperial Stout, aged for 18 months in oak bourbon barrels. So 95 out of 100. Thank you for watching, and cheers.